Here's how to reverse your caravan safely and effectively. It doesn't matter whether you're a seasoned traveller or new to caravanning. These simple steps will make things so much easier and safer for you. To make it a bit easier to follow, we've broken it down into steps so that you can practice each one and build your confidence. Practice is important. The time to practice is not in the middle of a busy caravan park where everyone's watching you, because you will feel pressured and you will make mistakes. Find yourself a nice open area like this one and give it a go. Here's how to reverse your caravan solo without using a spotter. If you get an opportunity to utilise a spotter, or someone offers to be a spotter for you, take advantage of it. It makes things a lot easier. If you want to learn how to use a spotter and how to work it effectively, check out our other video and it'll walk you through the process. Step 1, check the space. It's always easier to reverse to the driver's side, so plan your approach. When you arrive, hop out and have a look and inspect the bay. Look for obstacles or anything that you're likely to run over, and the location of your services. Remember to leave enough room for your annex or awning if you have one, and a little bit of extra space for when you step outside. Some caravan parks will have a concrete slab. You want to reverse in as close to this slab as possible so you don't have to jump from your step to the slab. Most importantly, take it slow. The faster you go, the more likely you are to get out of shape. Step 2. Mark your turn-in point. The turn-in point is measuring where your caravan's rear wheels should be, as this is the pivot point from which it will start turning. Every vehicle and caravan combination is different, and each will turn in at a different rate. So it's important to identify the turn-in point for your caravan, because this will make it easier to get it into the bay. First, we need to identify the corner of the bay that you are reversing into. You don't want to be too close to the side of the bay, so we recommend being at least 2 paces out. Use this as a starting point and refine it from there. For a single axle caravan, take 2 steps away from the corner of the bay and mark this point. For a tandem axle caravan, take 3 steps away from the corner of the bay and mark this point. For this car and caravan combination, it requires 4 steps away from the corner as its turn-in point. This is the point where you need to start to turn the caravan in. So move your caravan so that the rear wheels line up with this point. When you go to reverse, if you find the caravan cuts into the corner, then take 1 less step so that it turns in a little later and misses the corner. If you find that it turns in and ends up in the middle of the bay, take an extra step away from the corner so that it brings your turn-in point earlier and will move it closer to the side of the bay. Step 3. Reversing into the bay. One of our key recommendations is that all steering adjustments should be made while stationary. We call it stop, adjust, check. Come to a halt, make an adjustment, and then move a little bit. Watch your mirrors as you go backwards, and once the rear wheel reaches the turn-in point, stop. Now push up to the right to a full lock. Once happy with your steering direction, start moving backwards and the caravan will start turning in. Watch in your mirrors as it turns in and make sure that it misses the corner of the bay. If it turns in too quickly, stop, adjust your steering to straight wheels again. Continue to go backwards and watch your mirrors to ensure it turns in correctly. Also watch for your jackknife point. One thing that we don't want to occur whilst reversing the caravan is what's called a jackknife. A jackknife occurs when we start turning the caravan into the bay and then the back of the vehicle comes into contact with the front of the caravan and causes damage to either or both. To manage this from the driver's perspective, looking in the vehicle wing mirror, straight down the side of the car, and we need to identify a particular feature on the front of the caravan. When that feature comes into view, in this case we're using the regulator, okay, for this vehicle and this caravan. Once those 2 things line up, we know we've got to stop. You now need to unwind that jackknife. To do this, push up on the steering wheel to a full lock in the opposite direction. Once you're happy with the steering direction, continue backwards. The caravan will continue to track into the bay and the jackknife will unwind. If the caravan needs to be closer to the side of the bay, stop the vehicle. Go to straight wheels and then continue moving backwards. Again, this will slow down the turn rate and it will still push the caravan back into the bay. Move back until the desired position is achieved or you reach the jackknife point once more. You can then repeat the unwind process and push the caravan back into the bay. Once the caravan is in the bay, you'll need to get out and walk to the back of it so that you can work out how far back it needs to go. pace the distance out and then return to the driver's door. Face the caravan and pace away from the driver's door to put a mark on the ground. Hop back in the vehicle and then reverse back until your driving position is level with that mark. When turning a tandem axle caravan around a corner, regardless as to whether it's going forwards or backwards, each of those wheels travels a different distance, and subsequently it causes a significant twist into the suspension. That twist is projected into the subframe of the caravan and projected all the way through to your tow hitch. That force against your tow hitch can actually make it very difficult to remove. Basically, the hitch is pulling very hard against the side of the pin or the tow ball, and it makes it difficult to lift it off. The simple fix for this is, once you have the caravan in position, is just drive forward and drive back again, and that will remove the twist. Step 4, securing the caravan. Once you are happy with where the caravan is positioned and that it's level, you need to secure it. Apply the caravan park brake and chock a wheel if necessary, and then go through the process of disconnecting it. To recap on what we've done, check the bay to make sure it's clear of obstacles. Pace and mark out your turn-in point. Once you've done that, keep your hands at the bottom of the wheel. If you want to see more caravan in the right-hand mirror, push up to the right-hand mirror. If you want to see more caravan in the left-hand mirror, push up to the left-hand mirror, and the caravan will track around the corner in the direction that you want it to go. Once it's positioned, remember to secure your caravan so it's not going to go anywhere. Apply the park brake and chock the wheels if you need to. Remember, practice is the key. The more you practice, the easier it gets. For more information, head to the RAC website and caravan safety sessions. You can book one of those and get some guidance from one of our professional instructors. You might even get me. Safe travels.
RAC, for the better.